Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine McCoy and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for clicking in to drop by, but if you are a returner, it is always nice to have you back. This video, I'm going to be talking about a self-care solo date that I took during my spring break. But before we get too far into this video, if you are not yet subscribed, that is okay. You're just going to take your finger, your cursor, go to the bottom right-hand corner, click the big red button that says subscribe, and turn on notifications. That way, you can be notified of all of the other amazing self-care solo date things. I did something a little nerdy, but it made me happy. And if you have any suggestions of things that I can do in the amazing city of Chicago, you can put them into the comments. If you enjoy this video, you can give it a like or a super thanks. And now we're gonna get into it. There's two parts to a self-care solo date. There is the self-care part, and then there is the solo date part. So we'll talk about the self-care first. Self-care is very important to me because I want to make sure that I'm having a healthy body, having a healthy mind, having a healthy social life, and just making sure that by the end of the time where I am reflecting on my life, I wanna look back and say, yeah, it was a good life. I made my life enjoyable. I filled my life with things that made me happy, things that sparked joy, as Marie Kondo would say, and that is what I am looking for. So I want to make sure that I am exercising. I could work on that one. I am working on that one. I want to make sure that I'm eating right. I'm doing great on that one. I want to make sure that I'm getting my sleep. I want to make sure that I am excelling academically, building a positive future for myself. I mean, it kind of has to happen because I am in medical school. I want to make sure that I am doing well for the future patients that I will have when I am a physician, and that is something that pushes me towards greatness. Another part of self-care is making sure that I have a healthy social life. So because of the pandemic, many people did not have a social life between the years of 2020 and like 2022, depending on how out you were as things were starting to lessen with the pandemic. But for me, things did not really start getting back to normal until I left for medical school in 2023. And I told myself, Jasmine, when you go to medical school, you are going to start saying yes to things. You are not just going to go to class, go to the library, go to your apartment and study. You are not going to do that. When someone suggests something, I need you to say yes. I need you to say yes. That way we can have memories. That way we can have friends. That way we can feel happy in medical school. Because I don't want to be in medical school being sad and just meh. So I can definitely say my medical school experience has been amazing. I have actively enjoyed saying yes to everything that I have taken myself out to, the friends that I have made, the memories that are going to stay with me for forever. But on the other side of that, yes, I want to make sure that when someone says, hey, let's go to X place, I say yes. But also making sure that I am enjoying me time, my alone time. And that is where the solo date part of this video comes in. Some of you might be thinking, oh, a solo date. That sounds kind of sad. It's not. It's not sad. I love myself. And I have no problem being able to say that because why would I not like myself? Why would I not love myself? I have to spend 24/7, 365 with myself. It is in my best interest to enjoy the person that I am and do things that make me happy. So that is exactly what a solo date does. I look and I say, what do I want to do? And there have been times you've seen on my YouTube channel where I will just go and do something alone. I do not need anyone to be with me. It's nice to have someone with me. But also sometimes I just want to be there and enjoy my own company. So I have taken myself out to dinner alone. I've taken myself shopping alone. I've taken myself to movies alone, to concerts alone. And that is something that makes me happy. So for this self-care solo date, what I decided to do was I went to the Field Museum. And originally, I was going to go to all of the museums that are in the museum campus of the downtown city of Chicago, which includes the Adler Planetarium as well as the Shed Aquarium. In the video, you'll see I was very, very gung-ho thinking that I was gonna go to all three. I did not. I ended up spending 5 hours in the Field Museum, and I had an amazing time. But I took myself out to breakfast first. I made sure that I get myself up, dressed, ready, hair, makeup, like it's an actual date. I am getting myself ready. And I had an amazing time. It was beautiful. It was a great way for me to spend my spring break. And now I'm going to let you all watch all the videos that I took on my self-care solo date. And yeah, so here's a little montage. Okay, I am here at the museum campus. We are going to be going to the Field Museum as well as the Shed Aquarium. I'm gonna go to those two things since they're right next to each other, maybe even the Adler Planetarium, but it's gonna be a good day. I'm going to enjoy myself and just see what Chicago has to offer, at least as it relates to the museum campus.
Kia ora. Welcome to Rua Tepapute, a Maori meeting house. Out of respect, please take your shoes off.
As you can tell, I had an amazing time in the Field Museum. There was so much for me to just nerd out about. My favorite parts were the native civilizations. I absolutely love that one, especially how they had miniature civilizations with the architecture of how it was that the Mayan capital would have looked like, how the Incan capital would have looked like. This is what a standard Navajo home would have looked like. That for me was just so much fun and I loved it. Another thing that I liked seeing was Sioux, and it's important to note that Sioux uses they, them pronouns. So Sioux, gigantic, being able to see their head, their teeth, their teeny tiny T-Rex arms. That was awesome. I liked being able to be in there. They did have also some smelling stations, like this is what Sioux's food would have smelled like. This is what Sioux's forest environment would have smelled like. That was pretty cool. And another one of my favorite things was going into the animal section, just being able to see the wide biodiversity of animals, how there can be some that look slightly the same but different, all of the different beak lengths, all of the different coat patterns. Like, that was awesome. It awakens the nerd in me. And then also how they had the exhibits of this is what a doctor looks like. This is what a scientist looks like, a researcher looks like. And not every scientist is going to be like an old white man the way that previously in older generations that might have been all you could see. You can now, in today's day and age, see a researcher, a scientist who is a woman, who is Black, who is someone who is gender nonconforming. And that was something that I really appreciated being able to see, especially since we are still in Women's History Month. And it's nice just to have wider representation of the people that make up our beautiful world. So yeah, I am a nerd. It's just part of who I am. And I was very happy to be able to take my time on my self-care solo date to fully indulge in something that is important to me. So that is everything that I have for this video. If you are still here, thank you so very much for watching. Make sure that you are subscribed, make sure to give this a like, and if you extra enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a super thanks. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.